Well, welcome back to another episode of Traplines and Inlines. In this log shell of mine, there's 3 log floor joists that hold up the loft. And as you can see here, I was just getting them peeled, and now it's time to put them right on the house. I can't wait to get these log floor joists done, because once we get them done, there's only 1 round of logs remaining before the whole house is done. So let's get right at her. Wish me luck getting this beam over, friends. I've been looking for a crane every single day. It's just getting too hard. But what makes it really nice is I can see even my marks with the drone. I just got to bump this end over here a bit, but worked pretty good. What can I say? Just got to keep doing what I can with what I got. Okay. That's my small little cow herd stopping in for a visit here late this evening. It's nice to see they're happy to be out on grass, and nice to see them grazing on by. I just have a very small number. That's basically all of them. Super awesome to see them just walking by when I'm sitting here working. It's such a peaceful evening. You gotta love it. I've worked a lot with a lot of these old beauties in 4-H, and over the years they start to get pretty friendly. This is Remy. Dear, what are you doing? More friends are coming. Well, it's a beautiful morning, but we gotta get to work here. See you later, dears. I am very worried with how these joists are gonna turn out. You know, I've planned the heights and I've drawn everything out to scale, and my layouts and my notching depths, and just like, but it's just like I have a whole book here. I feel like I've been doing this for so long. It's just like anything else you do for the first time. Until you actually see it and go through it, you don't really know what to do or what to expect. I've prepared about as much as you could possibly can prepare, and at some point you just got to go for it and hope you don't make too bad of a mistake. I'm in this constant battle between perfectionism and uncertainty and inexperience. I want to do things as good as I can, but half the time I don't even know what that is. It's time to cut this first beam, and I'm pretty nervous about it, but let's see how it turns out. I am so nervous because I got cut into this. And this is right into the wall of my house. There's absolutely no going back. So you can see it's just like, it's basically a big huge dovetail joint. Here, that lets me keep all of the diameter here, like 15 inches of wood in the joist. Now, I'm nervous about this. This is my first one ever. After this, it'll be peanuts and hopefully we can cruise through her. This is gonna be a difficult lift without damaging anything. It's getting late, let's get her done, hopefully. Okay, here we go, guys. Well, I better make sure that camera's filming and break everything in the meantime. Yeah, she's a beauty. Can't wait for this. You can't even tell you, man. Easy now, girl. Yeah, she's gonna go. Shit, yeah. Oh, I'm stuck. I don't think it's moving. No, it's stuck. Well, I'm really liking how this is looking, so it's a big relief. I got a little bit of a hang up here. I got to take out, I was really trying to get that good joint there. And I just pushed my luck a little too far because it's not coming down all the way. Usually that's no problem at all. Quick little fix and put it back on. My problem here is I can't even lift it. I don't know how to get it up out of the joint. How nice would it be to have a crane or something with some reach, because these joists, they have to come on and off a few different times in the process of getting them fitted together. And that's really hard to do, pulling them in, especially when something like this happens. It's like, well, what do you do? Well, friends, this is when it's all worth it. All of the joy is in the process. When you sit here at the end of a long day and you get done what you wanted to do and you learn something new or do something for the first time and feel good about it, And a guy's got to take it a little easy on himself, sometimes when it's not going as good. Like yesterday, I just couldn't win. It was horrible stormy. I did like nothing right. Went home, felt like I got nothing done. The guy feels bad about that, So when it all comes together, man, it feels something sweet. Well, I'm gonna wrestle this the rest of the way to avoid damaging the notches. Oh, and I ripped my fucking pants though. That's not good. Jeez, right in the worst place too. Doesn't help. Okay, let's hope for the best here. I don't want to bugger this up and blow the ass out of my pants in the same day now. Too cool. They got rolled too. I should have done that a little bit different. I just can't keep doing this no more without a crane. Like, it's so hard on the notches. I know I kind of did this wrong, but right now I got all the weight of this on the edge of my notch trying to twist it in here. That just can't happen. I mean, this log weighs a lot. It's 33 feet long, and all the weight's bearing on these thin edges before I get them in place. Look, it's scraping this up. I hate that. I scraped this up earlier. See in here, this is the last log I'm gonna put on like this because it's just been causing me trouble. So much extra time and extra work, and there's no way to do it without it scuffing things up a bit, and I hate it. Quite often I gotta be careful where I stick this bar too, or I might not get it back. Just had to give her a good old body check. Worked the charm. When I seen this log growing, I knew it had so much character, and I cut it as low down to the stump as I could to get the flare. And the flare is just some of the most beautiful part of a log and log building, and I picked this log to go here for this flare because this piece here in this wide open great room is gonna be a centerpiece, and it's gonna look amazing. I got the last joist here leveled and ready to be traced on. This is all hand chiseled out on these notches for these joists, and then that way when the joist actually sits in here, I cut the log so that the log actually goes in and sits on the ledge. Gives it a lot of support. Well, I think we're going to be really happy with how these beams look, man. It's quite a display here at the kitchen island, and I think it's just going to be beautiful. One by itself. Nice. Oh, that's really nice. So the flats I cut on these beams are perfectly level and at the same height as all the other beams. The floor will be a 2x8 floor frame, but they can't go 28 feet. So these joists support them in the middle, and then I'll support it with the post. We get a really good floor. So because this is a log house, there's actually no building code. Instead, what you have to do is get a structural engineer to confirm your sizes. Now, that's not quite as much as it seems because it basically goes like this. This house is built of absolutely massive beams that are touching each other and bolted together. The amount of structural integrity there is like multitudes beyond necessary. But what you do need to check is the floor joists and all the beams, as well as the roof logs, which are important structural members, all the beams essentially. I am given a specific size that they need to be. So I have to pick logs here to meet that expectation and go a little bit further. And that's based off of not if the thing's gonna break, but in this case, how much bending we're gonna have. This has been causing me a lot of stress. I got all these logs here that still got bark on them. They're sitting on the ground. They need peeled and treated right away. I know right now there's a lot of house borers around here. I've been seeing them, and I don't want them in my nice logs because I'll show you what they do. See, this is an old piece of wood I have around here that the bugs got into, and I hate that. it just doesn't look very nice. You can see they're already starting, so it's good I'm doing this now. And I'll treat them and then they'll quit. Well, another big one done, getting through them, but let me tell you, I've been keeping a secret here this whole video, and it's just been eating me up because I'm so excited. But something big coming here to Traplines and Inlines and to my build friends. I hope it comes here in the next few days, and I'm in a rush to get all these logs done before it shows up, because I want to get to that as soon as it gets here. I can't tell you just yet, but anyway, watch for a video from me here in the coming week or so. I'm pretty excited about what's coming up here. Well, this is the last long one, which is awesome because that was my goal for today. And then I got 5 more fairly good sized ones tomorrow. And then hopefully we can go right into the next excitement. Okay, what a beauty. Time to call her a night. It's getting quite late. Oh, thank goodness. Only one log left, and thank God. I'm getting pretty tired and sore of this. I'm starting to slow down even. Well, that's a beauty. Well, I'm finally done peeling logs for this build, and I feel a special kind of good about that. These last 17 logs I peeled here are critical to finish the build. They're very important. They're some of the nicest ones for the roof and for the final walls and the trusses and the posts. Like this beauty. This is a 1 in a million log. 76 feet. The truth is, I was really starting to wonder if I could even find a log, a spruce tree, straight enough for the ridge pole, the top log of the roof for this house. It's just ridiculously long, and it had to be so big and straight for that job. And I say this is a 1 in a million tree because I probably looked at a million spruce trees before I found this one. So friends, I would like to mention there that I am really grateful and thankful for the local people here that have been really kind and generous to me in letting me come and cut a log here and cut a log there, and helping me out too with it. It's been a really nice experience for me, meeting some of the new people in the area that I kind of knew of, and now I know them better, and people I already knew who have been really kind to me. It's really helped, and it's been got a lot of gratitude. So I've been really grateful for that, and it's really helped me here. Well, it's really time for the final push now. The logs are ready to go, and we're just on the last round. It's the hardest, but I got something coming that should help. So, well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to catch you on the next one or the next couple, because I got some exciting things coming here, and I can't wait to show you my surprise. I hope everyone is doing just great. Over and out, guys.